The discovery of the rusted bracelet changed everything. As Amara held it tightly, fragments of forgotten memories continued to return. She remembered a woman laughing beside a river. She remembered warm hands holding hers. She remembered being called by a different name. Then she remembered fear. A crowd. Angry voices. And fire. The vision disappeared before she could see more. But one thing became clear. The bracelet belonged to her mother. And whatever happened years ago was somehow connected to her family. Chief Nwoke knew time was running out. The appearance of the face in the fire had shaken him deeply. For decades, he had buried a terrible secret. Now that secret was beginning to rise from the grave. That morning, he secretly summoned several elders he trusted. Inside his private chamber, he ordered them to destroy any evidence connected to the old tragedy. No one outside the meeting was to learn the truth. But as they spoke, a sudden gust of wind blew open the palace doors. The elders fell silent. It felt as though something unseen had entered the room. Determined to uncover the truth, Obinna and Amara searched through forgotten village records. Deep inside an abandoned storage hut, they found dusty documents that had not been touched for years. Most were damaged beyond recognition. Then Obinna discovered an old ledger. Inside it was a list of villagers who had lived in Umudora nearly 30 years earlier. One name immediately caught Amara's attention. Nkem. The moment she saw it, another memory flashed before her eyes. The laughing woman from her vision. Her mother. Word of the disturbances reached the village priest. A respected spiritual leader who rarely involved himself in village affairs. After hearing everything, he agreed to examine Amara. Inside the ancient shrine, he performed a ritual using sacred symbols and burning herbs. As the smoke surrounded Amara, the priest suddenly froze. His eyes widened with fear. He sensed two spirits connected to her. One spirit was protecting her. The other wanted revenge. Before anyone could ask questions, the ritual fire exploded upward and extinguished itself. The priest immediately ordered everyone to leave. That night, a villager reported seeing a woman dressed in white walking through the forest. Soon others reported seeing her too. The descriptions were identical. Long black hair, white clothing, bare feet. Yet Amara had remained inside Obinna's house all evening. Fear spread rapidly. If Amara had not been walking through the forest, then who was the woman everyone had seen? Unable to ignore her visions, Amara returned to the ancient tree with Obinna. This time they dug deeper beneath the unmarked grave. Hours later, their shovels struck something hard. Together they uncovered a wooden chest. Inside were old personal belongings. A necklace, a family cloth, and a faded letter. The letter revealed a shocking truth. Nkem had accused several powerful villagers of committing a terrible crime before her disappearance. One of the names mentioned was Chief Nwoke. As news of the discovery began spreading, danger followed. That evening, masked figures ambushed Obinna while he was returning from the forest. The attackers demanded the letter. When Obinna refused, they beat him and left him injured. Fortunately, villagers discovered him before it was too late. Though weak and wounded, Obinna knew one thing. Someone was willing to kill to keep the truth hidden. While Obinna recovered, Amara experienced her strongest vision yet. This time she saw everything clearly. Years ago, her mother Nkem had uncovered a terrible secret involving several influential men in the village. Rather than allow the truth to spread, those men silenced her. She was accused of witchcraft. Her home was burned. And she disappeared shortly afterward. Amara watched the horrifying events unfold like a living memory. When the vision ended, tears streamed down her face. At last, she knew why the spirits were restless. The following morning, Amara gathered villagers in the square. For the first time, she spoke openly about her visions. She revealed what happened to her mother. She revealed the existence of the hidden letter. And she revealed the names written inside it. The crowd listened in stunned silence. Many refused to believe her. Others remembered strange events from years ago. As whispers spread through the crowd, all eyes turned toward Chief Nwoke. The chief remained silent. And that silence spoke louder than words. That night, a violent storm descended upon Umudara. Rain lashed the village. Thunder shook the earth. The river began rising faster than anyone had ever seen. Villagers rushed from their homes in panic. Then something extraordinary happened. A glowing figure appeared standing on the river's surface. It was a woman. The same woman Amara had seen in her visions. The spirit of Nkem. She raised one hand toward the village. At that moment, lightning illuminated the entire river. And a voice echoed across the storm. The truth must be revealed. The villagers watched in terror. Chief Nwoke fell to his knees. And far beneath the raging water, something ancient began to stir. The storm finally subsided before dawn. But Umudara did not wake to peace. The river remained swollen and restless, its waters higher than anyone could remember. Villagers gathered along the riverbank, speaking in frightened whispers about what they had witnessed the previous night. No one could forget the glowing woman who had stood upon the water. Some believed the ancestors had returned. Others believed the end of the village had begun. For the first time, fear united everyone. Even those who had mocked Amara now wondered if she had been telling the truth all along. Inside the palace, Chief Nwoke summoned the remaining elders. His face looked older than ever. The confidence that had once defined him was gone. He finally admitted that Nkem had been falsely accused decades earlier. But he insisted he had only followed the wishes of the elders at the time. The room fell silent. Some elders looked ashamed. Others denied any involvement. As accusations filled the chamber, the chief realized something terrifying. The truth was already destroying the very people who had tried to hide it. While searching through the wooden chest again, Obina and Amara discovered a hidden compartment. Inside was another letter. Unlike the first, this one was addressed directly to Amara. Nkem had written it shortly before her disappearance. The letter spoke of danger. It warned that powerful men would do anything to protect their secrets. Most importantly, it revealed that evidence proving Nkem's innocence still existed. The evidence had been hidden somewhere near the sacred river. Hope returned to Amara's heart. The truth had not been completely erased. An elderly fisherman came forward after hearing about the letter. He revealed that Nkem had once trusted him with an important secret. Years earlier, she had hidden something near a forgotten part of the river known as the Whispering Bend. The location was feared by villagers. Many believed spirits lived there. Despite the danger, Obina, Amara, and the fisherman agreed to search for the hidden evidence. As they prepared for the journey, dark clouds gathered once again above the river. The journey to Whispering Bend was difficult. The river seemed strangely alive. Cold winds blew without warning. Voices appeared to whisper from the water. Several times, the boat nearly overturned. When they finally reached the hidden location, they found an ancient tree growing beside the riverbank. Its roots stretched deep into the water. Something hidden beneath those roots seemed to be waiting for them. After hours of searching, Obina uncovered a sealed clay pot buried beneath the roots. Inside were several objects wrapped carefully in cloth. There were old witness statements, village records, and a journal written by Nkem herself. The documents revealed the full truth. Nkem had exposed a secret land theft scheme organized by powerful men in the village. Rather than face punishment, they had framed her as a witch. The evidence was undeniable. At last, the truth had been found. As they prepared to leave, the river suddenly became violent. The water churned violently around the boat. Dark mist rose from the surface. Then a terrifying figure emerged from the river. It was not Nkem. It was something far older. A dark spirit that had fed on the lies, fear, and injustice surrounding the village for decades. The spirit blamed everyone. The guilty, the innocent, the living, and the dead. Its anger shook the river itself. Back in the village, the spiritual priest gathered everyone at the shrine. He explained what the dark spirit truly was. It had been created by years of unconfessed wrongdoing. Every lie, every betrayal, every injustice had strengthened it. The spirit could not be defeated by force. Only the complete truth could weaken it. The villagers realized that hiding the truth any longer would doom them all. That evening, the entire village assembled in the square. One by one, the surviving elders confessed their involvement. Secrets buried for decades were finally revealed. Then Chief Nwoke stepped forward. With tears in his eyes, he publicly admitted his role in Nkem's suffering. He confessed to allowing fear and greed to guide his decisions. The crowd listened in stunned silence. As his confession ended, a powerful wind swept across the square. The dark clouds above the village began to break apart. For the first time in days, sunlight appeared. That night, the river glowed beneath the moonlight. Nkem's spirit appeared once more upon the water. The villagers watched from the shore. This time there was no anger in her eyes. Only sadness. And peace. She looked toward Amara and smiled. Then she turned toward the river. As she slowly disappeared into the light, the dark spirit emerged one final time. But it was weaker now. The confessions had robbed it of its power. With a final cry, it dissolved into the river and vanished forever. The truth had finally been revealed. Yet as the villagers celebrated, Amara felt something strange. A final memory was still missing. A memory connected not to her mother, but to herself. And somewhere beneath the calm river, that final secret remained hidden.